who the Pelicans have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. And then on Friday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Here are the five for the Clippers. The two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And Harrell's in at the 5 spot. And for New Orleans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the point guard position.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Now here's Williamson. He's defended by Harrell. And the dunk by Williamson.
Oh, such a terrific passer. He seems to have a sixth sense, nice feel, which is hard to teach.
You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
The first bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
Ball against Beverly. Ball no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Ingram passes to Williamson. Over Beverly. That's good from Williamson on the assist from Ingram. Williamson's got his second basket.
And you admire that assertive aggression from Williamson. Goes right at you when he's in his comfort zone.
Beverly the pass to Harrell. Pelicans with the rebound, and by virtue of their NBA schedule, their first game of the new year is against the Los Angeles Clippers. Ball with the bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
And every single season, Paul George has kicked his game up another level. I think he's a premier two-way forward who gets it done at both ends.
That one is off. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question. I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
And he can't hit the second.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
It's Ingram on the wing, defended by George. And that one's good. Ingram.
I think it's critical that Ingram's confidence continues to grow. I mean, and I think possessions like that will only help him moving forward.
Pass to Leonard. And here's George for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Ball. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, Ball showing you some nice physicality and strength there, Kevin, and you've got to have confidence in yourself to be able to draw fouls and play through contact like that.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And the number 2 overall pick in 2017, tremendous potential for Lonzo Ball. The Clark injuries have to be a concern.
I agree. I mean, guys, he's missed 65 games through his first 2 seasons. That's a lot of time on the DL, and hard to improve when you're spending as much time with rehab as you are playing.
Now here's Williamson. The pass to Ball from 18 feet away. That shot off the mark. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George against Ball. George dishes to Harrell. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Ingram kicks to Holiday. Passes it to Favors. Dishes to Ingram. From 13. Rebound by Williams.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Oh, he misses the dunk.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
On the left block, and Favors gets it to go in on the assist from Ingram.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. They trail by 11. Down low. Here's George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And it's 6 points for Brandon Ingram. Clippers trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Leonard looking over the floor. Over Favors, and it's Leonard missing.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Now here's Ingram. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line. Really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Clark, if you were a coach on a team, what would you want to see from a guy by the end of his rookie season in the NBA?
You know, Kevin, I won't be specific because I think it's more general in my estimation. Owning his development, whatever that means, embracing how he's going to get better. If it's a particular area of the game, yes, but understanding the professionalism of work ethic and developing good habits and really owning that. That's what I would want to see.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Kenrich Williams. He's checked in for New Orleans.
A moment now to see the stats for Beverly. Some last season stats for him. Last year averaged 7 points a game, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
Green with the block.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass. You know, I don't think it's ever too late to make a sweet dime. I mean, even if you're halfway through your shot, you might find a better one for a teammate.
Here's Hayes after the basket by Los Angeles. George with the ball. He's got 5. They kick it out to Green from downtown, and no good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Here's Alexander Walker. Knocked loose, stolen by George, and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Hart the pass to Hayes to the left wing. Here's Alexander Walker. It's hauled in by Zubac.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
A floater is shot by George, wide open. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 8 points.
He can certainly stroke it from deep. The three-pointer is not a shot that George is going to pass up.
Here's Hart. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shot clock at 6. Feeds to Williams. That one goes. Count it.
And boy, are they attacking the paint.
They sure are, looking to get their buckets up close and personal.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for New Orleans.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Now Beverly had a tough time getting anything going against the Rockets. He was a non-factor. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
Here's Hayes, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Number 5 is J.J. Redick.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
And the Clippers call time here. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, a while ago, Alvin Gentry and I were able to chat. Asked about the key, Coach said, dealing with Paul George. He's able to affect the game in so many ways. Kevin, they have scouted this game closely and scouted PG-13 even closer.
Thank you, David.
a chance to see the numbers for George. Great showing for him last season. First in steals, and of course, one of the game's truly elite scorers with the second most points per game in the league.
And as you said, first in steals last season, you have to say he's the best ball hawk in the league right now. It may not even be close. Now here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 5. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And one thing about Beverly, he's not just nasty on defense. He's great at getting the defense to rough him up on the other end, too.
It's his first trip to the line.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
And the first one drops.
And you know, Beverly is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league, an absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy.
Both free throws good from Beverly. Here's Alexander Walker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside, Redick. Here's Hart, defended by George. Goes up, and George with the stuff.
Boy, we've talked about, you know, George is athletic. He's long, and he's got really long arms, which helps him as a defender, and that allows him to clog up passing lanes and come up with steals, too.
Now, here's Redick. Alexander Walker passes to Williams, and Redick kicks to Hart. From deep three-point range, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
We've got 1:55 left here in the opening quarter. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Outside, George over Hart. But they recover it. Zubac, that's good.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here's Hart. Teardrop shot. It's hauled in by Paul George. And after a promising rookie year for Josh Hart, Clark, last season a knee injury really held him back.
Yeah, and I love Josh Hart's game, guys. I mean, his season ended prematurely due to surgery on his patellar tendon. He's a smart, tough, versatile, winning player. And I think he's looking to get back to playing at that level and being healthy all season.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Inside, here's Zubac. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's George. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Hart. No points in the game yet for him. 6 to shoot. Alexander Walker passes to Hart. Nailed from three-point land. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
You know, confidence is a big part of success in the NBA, and when Hart is assertive like this, it helps him get going.
George, again, Los Angeles.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And here's Redick from deep. It's a tie game in New Orleans. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
The New Orleans Pelicans come into this one after the win against the Hawks in Atlanta. Their backcourt, Ball and Redick. He's out there with Williams, and it's Hart in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. On defense, New Orleans. They've led by as many as 14 points, and it goes down 2 points. The Pelicans trail. Kicks it to Williamson. Second shot opportunity. And it's Shamet with the rebound. And Los Angeles guys shooting the ball at 42%. And stolen by Redick. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Second chance shot. And it's good on the way in. Redick's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here's Leonard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Another shot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Derek Favors checked in for Hayes. Brandon Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Holiday in for J.J. Redick. Throw good, Lou Williams. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively, be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those are things that I did pretty well.
Here's Ingram. After Drew Holiday's score, Ingram kicks to Ball. Pass to Williamson. Good, nice job down low. Williamson's got 6 points.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Holiday. The Clippers have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. And he makes the first. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
That's good from Williamson on the assist by Ball. That's now 8 points for Zion Williamson. Williams kicks to Harrell. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Ball against Williams. Three-pointer. And Drew Holiday with the 3. And it's a 5-point Pelican lead.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Now Harrell following the three-point attempt by Lou Williams.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Now here is Holiday following the miss by Montrezl Harrell.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
New Orleans leading by 5. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And pulled out all the stops to fight his way inside, but the D just was not giving in.
And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home, Kevin. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Now here is Holiday. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball, traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
You know, Ball has proven he can pass and rebound the ball. He's a very impressive player. Now he just needs to add the shot and become more effective as a scorer.
Good on the second free throw. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. 4-point game. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. They'll start a 3-game homestand with that game. Good on the shot.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset. And taking a look now at stats for Brandon Ingram. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 18 points a game, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 5. Sweet little floater. Holiday's got 7 points.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Outside Williams. And Leonard has it in the corner. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. He has 7.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Ingram. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The second overall pick in 2016, a lot of expectations for Brandon Ingram. If anything, he puts that pressure on himself. This is a young man that wants to be great.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And Clark, they say Brandon Ingram, his own biggest critic. Does all his frustration and worry become, you think, a hindrance?
I think it can be, guys. I mean, you can't weigh yourself down with self-frustration and self-criticism because it can keep you from being your best. At the end of the day, his talent is obvious. I think he's got tremendous upside, but that piece of the mentality that he brings has to be balanced out a bit.
Clark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. It's terrific. Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. 5 on the clock. From the arc. And it's Ball, that time on the assist from Ingram. 9 points for Lonzo Ball.
And, Kevin, I really think it's important that that shot becomes part of Ball's arsenal. He's got to get comfortable knocking down the three-point shot.
Now here's Williams. Last game he had 13. George with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. And George kicks to Leonard. Over Favors. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard. The Pelicans have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Pass the ball. To the inside. Here's Williamson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one. Clippers trail by 5. Williams scanning the floor. Harrell finds Williams. The pass to Leonard. Ingram with the steal. Pull-up jumper. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Pass to Harrell. Back to Williams. Ingram against Leonard. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Yeah, you know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
Now here's Ingram. 7 points in the game. Shoots over Leonard. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Williams with the ball. Favors picks him up. Here's Leonard. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Clippers on defense. They trail by 3. Hayes dishes to Redick. Hayes with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Alexander Walker, defended by George. Paul George with the steal.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
Leonard draws the double. Pass to Beverley. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Hayes, no good. Clippers trail by 3. Pass to Beverley. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverley's got 6.
Tremendous focus from the little man, Patrick Beverley there.
New Orleans gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Now Hayes. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Clock at 6. Hart the pass to Hayes. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. They'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And Beverley kicks to Zubac. He dishes it to George. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Hart. He's covered by Leonard. Hart the pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Hart. Redick against Beverley. And that one drops for him. Redick's got 4 this quarter.
J.J. Redick's jumper is wet, has been for a long time. He does not hesitate when it comes to taking these types of shots.
Now, here's George. He's got 14. Good on the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Unloads from 13. And Redick the bucket on the assist by Hayes. And that's now 6 points for J.J. Redick. And here's Beverley. He brings it up for the Clippers. It's a 3-point game. Zubac finds Beverley. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. 5th is Montrezl Harrell.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
That's good from Beverley. And so he hits both. New Orleans in the lead. Alexander Walker passes to Hayes. Beverley against Redick. Now the pass to Alexander Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Hart, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And it's George finishing it off.
Hey, and George really is one of the better dunkers in the league. Actually, one of the best. He's creative. He's got great bounce, excellent length, and pretty creative every time he gets a chance to throw it down.
The shot's good from Hayes. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Beverly looking around. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's Hart. Passes it to Alexander Walker. New Orleans moving it around. And Redick kicks to Hart. Shoots over Zubac. And the rejection by Zubac. Outside, George. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. New Orleans on top, up by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Things were going New Orleans' way from the beginning, showing tremendous urgency and a ton of energy. They got out on a masterful 13-2 run to start out. As the first quarter progressed, they saw that lead disappear completely as it was back to a tie game by the end of one. A tightly contested second quarter saw them inch out ahead, but only slightly, and they now lead by 2 at the half. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
I love the motion on offense. Guys are moving, the ball is moving. It's a very nice approach to the game, and one the defense absolutely could not keep up with.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from George.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Under down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's George in at the small forward. Now, here's ball. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. And that one's good, Williamson.
And he's far from just a dunker. Zion is also capable of hurting you from outside.
George finds Harrell. Outside Williams. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Favors has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. George against Holiday. The feed to Williamson. Over Beverly. And it's Williamson missing. Clippers trail by 4.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Now here's Beverly. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. Out to Ingram. Plenty of space. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Ingram's got 11.
Spotting up and knocking it down, Ingram with the sweet touch.
And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
Stolen by George. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop.
And let's take a moment to look at some stats for Favors. He had a strong showing last season. 9th in field goal percentage and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. He's off on the first. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
Holiday, the pass to Williamson. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
George against Holiday. To the paint and stolen by Williamson. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. And Ingram the bucket on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. Clippers trail by 10. Los Angeles calls timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaMychal Green comes in for Harrell, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Paul George. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Holiday against Williams. That's tipped. 6 to shoot. Green passes to Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Derek Favors.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Leonard. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Floats one, and it's blocked.
How impressive was that? The little fella, Beverly, extending out for the block. Showed us some nice timing for a guy that's not much taller than 6'2".
Now here's Leonard. 15 points in the game. The 17-footer, and the jumper falls for him. Leonard's got 17.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. 5th is Drew Holiday.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Here's Williamson. 14 points for him. Ball dishes to Holiday. Ball, the pass to Favors. He kicks to Holiday. Lobs it up for Favors. Just 4 to shoot. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pelicans?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. No good on the second free throw.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Elbow shot. They grabbed their own miss. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Holiday's got 10 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Williams. Here's Leonard, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Leonard hits them both. New Orleans leading by 6. Pass to Favors. Kicks to Holiday. Takes it from 10. And the rejection by Zubac. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Pass to Shamet. And here is Zubac. And here's Leonard. He's got 20. 5 to shoot. Taken away by Holiday. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And the dunk by Williamson.
And the best part of that sequence wasn't Holiday's steal, but his quick decision to push the ball and start the break. That's when the D's most vulnerable, and he took advantage.
And Beverly kicks to Shamet. Here's Green. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Favors.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers, trailing by 10.
You know, his teammates calling him the slender man. Brandon Ingram, not much more than 200 lbs, but adding strength has been a focus.
Now here's Leonard. Clock at 4. From deep three-point range. Pelicans with the rebound. Ingram's got his 6th rebound on the night. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Hart, he's checked in for New Orleans. Redick comes in for Lonzo Ball. Now here is Holiday. 10 points for him. Outside, Redick. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Holiday inside the line. And the Pelicans get it back. Williamson. Here's Favors. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. And it's a 12-point Pelican lead. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Leonard, that's for 2. And he drops that one in. Leonard's got 9 points now in just the second half. Pelicans leading by 10. Holiday with it. Outside, Redick. Back to Holiday. Lets it go from 14. Count that bucket. Holiday's got 12 points in the game.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Taking a look at some numbers for Redick, how he performed last season. Averaged about 18 points a game last season. 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And every team in the league needs shooting. That's what he brings coming off the pine.
Yeah, there's always a demand for shooters, man. Half jumper will travel. I'm telling you. Most championship teams, they have a bunch of those guys who can put it in the basket.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now Shamet after Zion Williamson missed from long range. Los Angeles with another miss. Makes it off the glass. Williamson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Pelicans.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
They get a hand on it. One-on-one fast break. Here's Hart, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
You know, guys, Josh Hart is somebody that's going to give you everything he's got. His combination of outside shooting and defense is really quite valuable to any team.
For New Orleans, they have missed 4 of their 8 free throws up to this point. Things not really going their way at the line yet. The first one falls. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Ball's checked in for New Orleans. And then for the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell comes in for Green, and Georgia subbed in for Leonard. Clippers trail by 16. And Beverly kicks to Shamet. Back to Beverly. Poked loose. Just 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Hayes. New Orleans leading by 16. Ball feeling it out a bit. Beyond the arc. Hayes no good. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Step back shot, and he hits the jumper for 2. George has got 20.
No success thus far trying to guard George tonight. I mean, he is absolutely shredding him.
Launches it. The shot's good from Hayes. And the Pelicans lead by 17.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And it's blocked. Now here's Williamson. Defended by Beverly. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of. If you don't want your pocket picked, here are last season's steals leaders. Paul George on top.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
That free throw good from Hayes. Hayes hits them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Now here's Beverly. 8 points for him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 1:49 left in the third quarter of the game. Now ball. 9 points in the game so far. Left side, Redick uncovered. It's hauled in by Zubac.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Shamet. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Los Angeles making a switch here. Williams is checked in. So he gets them both. 1:22 left to play in the third. Knocked away, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. .115 left in the third. Hayes the pass to Ball. Redick with it. Got a piece of it. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, I tell you what, Kevin, every year it seems like Williams draws more fouls per minute. Man, he's a very savvy offensive talent.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Well, he's an outstanding free throw percentage shooter. I mean, for his career, one of the best is Williams.
And both free throws good for Williams. Pelicans leading by 13. Williams comes with a double team. Williamson dishes the ball. It's Williamson, top of the key. A three-pointer off the mark. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Outside Williams. The shot's good on the assist by George. 8 points for Lou Williams.
Man, I tell you what, Kevin, I don't know if anybody has a more relaxed shooting motion. Williams very efficient and easy with that stroke.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. The Pelicans have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game. And the first one at the line is good.
And Williamson, a kid that's likely to reach his full potential, very coachable, absorbs instruction well, and really implements it quickly.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Clippers trail by 11. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. To the middle. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
For New Orleans, they have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
First one falls for him. And the Pelicans making a change here. Second free throw, no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pelicans lead by 12. And we'll be back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Pelicans leading by 12. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Their backcourt, Ball and Redick. And it's Hart in at the 3. That's the Pelicans 5. Favors can't get it to go. The Clippers shooting for the game at 42%. And there's the pass to George. Here's Zubac. Back to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Harrell, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Pelicans making a change here. Ingram's checked in. New Orleans has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Favors attacking. Ingram trying to get open. A second chance effort. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Harrell's got 7 rebounds in the game.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Williamson. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Clippers trail by 12. Knocks it loose and stolen by Redick. Passes it to Ball. Williamson with it. Harrell on him. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul.
That free throw, no good. Leonard, he's checked in for Zubac. No luck that time either.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Here's Williams. It's good. Williams has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Los Angeles.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep six or forget, but in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And that one's good. Shamet.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, and you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
And it's Williamson missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now, here's George, and he makes that one. George has got 22.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
And Ball slams it in.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Pelicans leading by 6. Pass to Favors. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And the first one at the line is good. Drew Holiday. He's checked in for J.J. Redick. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Beverly's checked in. And so Favors nails both of them. Here's Williams. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Some solid defense from Ingram.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Clock at 6. They double him with George. From deep. And the Pelicans miss again. Clippers trail by 8. Pass to Harrell. Excellent D there from Holiday. New Orleans has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Leonard with the steal. The finish. Drops in the breakaway layup. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
And, you know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
Here's Holiday. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Favors against Harrell. 6 to shoot. Leonard brings the double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Pelicans now. Williamson, the pass to Holiday. The shot misses. Good D by Williams. Clippers trail by 6. And here's Leonard. The shot, no good. Holiday looking over the floor. Now the dish to Williamson. Ball, the pass to Holiday. The pass to Williamson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Leonard with the steal. Clippers trail by 6. Now here's Beverly. He feeds it to Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter. And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Passes to Williamson. Ball with it. Poked away. Williams with the steal. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Oh, and he can't cap off the break. Pelicans leading by 4. Ball kicks to Holiday. Back to Ball. Shot clock at 6. They could use a bucket. Great D that time from Harrell.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here is Favors. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Favors. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. It's George on the wing. Back to Beverly. Outside Williams. Just 5 on the clock. To tie it up. That shot off. Holiday with the defensive effort. New Orleans in the lead. Here's Ingram. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Hey, when Ingram is in attack mode, it forces the defense's hand, literally. Good job drawing the foul.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better and better.
Both free throws good for Ingram. Now Beverly. Dishes it to Harrell. Lays it up off the glass.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Holiday against Williams. Misses off the left iron.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
New Orleans has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Floats one up. Rebound by Harrell. The Clippers trail. Outside Williams. He dishes it to Leonard. Back to Williams. Feeds it to Harrell to tie it up. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Williamson. The shot that time not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's George. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Well, for New Orleans, shooting around 41% on the night. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Can't be this assertive with Williamson. He's already a pro at drawing you in and getting the call.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. And the first one drops. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Clippers trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Leonard finds Zubac. Now George. Back to Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Ball. Lays it in off the breakaway. And the Pelicans lead by 6.
Yeah, Ball snuck out there capitalizing in transition, but his speed part of that equation too. Good job by Ball.
Here's George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Derek Favors.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Good on both.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Now here is Holiday. Pass the ball. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Holiday against Williams. Pass to George. Here's Leonard. Drills the baseline jumper. Leonard's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Holiday against Williams. On the wing, Holiday. the pass to Favors. 4 on the clock. Here's Ball. Off target from three-point range. And Los Angeles guys shooting it well here in the fourth quarter. 50%. Here's George. No good. That would have tied it. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And there it is for him. 15 points for Lonzo Ball.
Boy, he loves taking over in big spots, Kevin. He doesn't back down, and you can see how much he relishes these moments.
Now, here's George. Over Favors. George, no good.
It's really a tale of two quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Here's Holiday. The tray doesn't go that time.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And here are the Pelicans. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. To the wing right side. Ball. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his third foul of the game. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Zion Williamson.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 4. 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Trains it from downtown.
And because of Paul George's composure and even-keeled nature, his teammates have great trust in him in these situations.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're leading by 1. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. This would tie it. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.